Good morning, Year 2. So our fact of the day today is another fact from the 2 times table. It's 4 times 2 equals 8. So 4 2's, just like in the picture, make 8. And I'm not very happy with the way that 4 is written, but the computer writes it that. We know that a 4 looks like that. So make sure that's how you write your 4. Now, the first thing we can do with that fact is we can turn round the 2 little numbers, because remember, you can do multiplication in any order. So down here, we've got 2 times 4 equals 8. So 2 4s are 8. And it's just 2 different ways of solving the same problem. So you can either do it like a double, a 4 and a 4, or you can count in 2's, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, the inverse fact, remember, would be a divide fact. So you have to put the big number first, the 8, and then you're dividing it by one of the little numbers. So let's divide it into 2's. How many 2's are there in 8? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 divided into 2's makes 4 2's. And then 8 divided into 4. How many 4's are in 8? There are 2 4's. So you're just, for now, swapping the little numbers and putting the big number first. So remember, with the mega facts, we're just going to add 1 0. So let's add it to the 4 to start. Let's do 2 times 40. Now remember, 2 times is the same as doubling. So it's 40, add 40. Will be 80. So we've got 1 0 here, 1 0 here. And now once you've got one fact, you can turn that one around. 40 times 2 will also be 80. Now let's add the 0 onto the 2 this time. Let's do 4 times 20. So 4 20's would be 20, 40, 60, 80. And then 20 times 4 will be 80. So make sure, just like we do in school, you've written these neatly in your book, and you can change the divides as well using the bigger number. 80 divided into 2 is 40, and divided into 2's, it can mean divide it into half, into 2 groups, or it can be divided and chop it up into lots of little 2's. It's still the same answer. It's still going to be 40, or 80 divided into 4's. And there will be 20. So we're using the same fact, because once we know that 4 times 2 is 8, we know all these other facts as well. Let's have a little challenge down the bottom. Let's have 2 times 400. And we do that as a question mark. What would 2 400s be? And what about, let's have 800 divided into 2. What would that be? So look at the patterns, and you might be able to work out lots more yourself, but don't keep adding loads of zeros because it gets really confusing. So don't keep adding zeros. I think that's probably as far as you need to go. And remember, the important ones to write down are this one, this one, this one, and this one, the 4 main facts. So our TLP today is, can I learn the 10 times table? And I think our maths lessons this week have actually been getting easier rather than harder. Normally they get a bit more tricky, but 10 times is actually the easiest out of the 3 tables that we're learning in Year 2. Now in the story, they used a crab. They said 10 is a crab because they counted his legs and his claws. So here we've got 1 crab. So it would be 1 times 10 legs equals 10. Now you are all very good at counting in tens, so I think the rest of this times table is going to be pretty easy. Oh, I think we missed out 2. Let's go back and see if we can find 2. Oh, there they go. So now we've got 2 crabs. 2 times 10. 2 10s equals 10 20. I'm sure you all knew that already. So now we can go up to 3. 3 crabs. They've each got 10 legs. And we can count them in tens. 10, 20, 30. Then we've got 4 crabs. And they've each got 10 legs. 10, 20, 30, 40. I don't think I need to do the next one for you. I'm just going to write the number sentence 5 times 10. In your maths books, I want you to carry on that pattern up to, so I want you to go as far as 12 times 10. And then you can carry on. So if you want to carry on the pattern, you can carry on past 12 times 10. And you'll notice something that happens to every answer. Every answer is the first number, which in this one was 12, add a 0. So 12 times 10, we don't actually have to count in tens. We can just write 12 and put the 0 on. And that number, if you're not sure, is 120. So it's so easy, you don't even have to count the tens. So I want you to write that neatly in your book now, and I'll include a link to the Percy Parker times 10 song, so you can have a go at learning that as well. Right, we're going to start with the problem again. We're going to start with 4 times 10. So that means we need to get 4 tens to work out the answer. There's 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens. And because it's very easy counting in tens, some of you might have already got the answer when you saw the problem. 10, 20, 30, 40. So 4 times 10 equals 40. So this time I've written it the other way round again. I've written 10 times 3. So you might think, oh, I've got to get 10 threes. That's a lot of threes, and I'm not too good at counting in threes. But because it's a multiplication, and it can be done either way round, if you see a 10, count it in tens, because 10 is the easier way to count. And now we know, looking at the problem, that we need 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3 would be 10, 20, 30. So 10 times 3 equals 30. But remember, in maths, when we have a rule, we don't just have to trust Miss Annally all the time. We do have to check that the rule always works. So this is still 10 times 3, but this time I've got all of the threes. So we're going to count this up to make sure it's 30. We just check we've got 10 threes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have got 10 sets of threes. So we need to count them in threes to see if, make sure it's the same answer. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24. Good practice counting on this is 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 10 threes is still 30, but it was much easier counting them in tens. So when you see a multiplication number sentence, choose the number that it's easiest to count in, and then it's much quicker to work it out. So we're going to show you counting in tens. So put your hands on your shoulders. We've got a different couple of people to show you today. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Well done. Now I'm going to play ping with Teddy first. So Tavius, run over there. Right, Teddy, turn and face me. 10,
20,
30,
40,
50,
60,
70,
80,
90,
100,
110,
120,
130,
140,
150.
160.
He's too good. Right, let's try Tavius. That was a draw. Right, Tavius. 10,
20,
30,
40,
50.
50.
I got you.
It's
I
always
win.
50.
Right, so you need to practice those at home. You can wave, Teddy. Bye-bye.